This is the Voice Room Podcast, the show where your voice gets the upgrade it deserves. From daily conversations to high-stakes meetings, we are here to make every word count. It's the first week of January, a fresh new year, a brand new chapter, and if you are anything like most people, you're probably setting goals, resolutions, and at least thinking about who you want to become in 2026. Maybe you want to speak more clearly? Maybe you want to be more confident in meetings? Maybe you want to finally stop avoiding presentation, or you want people to really hear you when you speak. And then you see the price of the class or the coaching program, and suddenly your motivation dips. You think, I want this, but I don't think I can afford it. And if that's you, this episode is exactly for you. Today we are talking about self-investment, the return on investment, clarity, confidence, and the true cost of not improving your communication in the new year. Let's make this one of the most honest conversations of 2026. Welcome to the first episode of 2026 on the Voice Room Podcast, Voice and Speech Edition. I'm Carina, and I'm so happy that you are starting your year here with me. January is such an interesting month. We are full of hope, full of plans, full of new intentions, but we are also faced with reality. Can I commit? Do I have the time? Do I have the energy? Can I even afford the training I truly want? And recently, I received a heartfelt email from someone who wanted to sign up for coaching. But after reading the proposal, she said, Carina, your classes seems really useful, but I don't think I can afford them right now. And you know what? It's honest, it's valid, and I respect it deeply. So today, as we begin a new year, I want to help you look at your goals, especially your communication goals, through a different lens. The lens of ROI, return on investment. Not financial ROI alone, but professional ROI. Hey, just taking a soft pause here. The next PACE Plus Mindset Masterclass is happening this June. It's an experiential 2-hour session for anyone ready to speak with more grounding, gentleness, and confidence. You are welcome to join us at thevoiceroom.com/masterclass. And if you haven't listened yet, the Voice Room Podcast Women Edition is launched, created to honor women's voices and journeys. Now let's breathe and back to the show. Personal ROI, emotional ROI, and even identity ROI. How you see yourself when you walk into a room or open your mouth to speak. Because 2026 will give you many opportunities. The question is, will your voice be ready for them? Let me begin with the email that sparkled this entire episode. The email was kind, was respectful, and was honest. It says, I really want to join your classes, but I can't afford it. Many people feel this, but they never said it out loud. And here's what I want to highlight. This wasn't someone who didn't care. This wasn't someone who dismissed the importance of communication. This was someone who valued the program, but cost felt like a barrier. And if you have ever had that moment, wanting to grow but unsure if you should spend on yourself, I want you to know you're not alone and there's nothing wrong with you. But I also want to invite you to think deeper into this question. Is this a permanent no, or is it a not yet? Because that small difference changes your future more than you know. Let's talk about why self-investment feels uncomfortable. Most people don't hesitate to buy a branded bag, an expensive vacation, a new gadget, or a luxury experience. But when it comes to personal growth, they hesitate. Here's why. We are conditioned to spend on things we can see. Physical items give instant satisfaction. Skill building gives long-term satisfaction. And most people are not trained to think long-term. And we're afraid that we won't follow through. What if I pay and I fail? What if I can't keep up? What if it doesn't work on me? Let's get practical. What does clearer speech and a stronger voice actually do for your life? More than you imagine. Clear speech builds credibility, which is helpful in your employment and job opportunities. It helps the interviewer to understand you, trust you, and see your leadership potentials. And if your ideas are clear, structured, and influential, people notice, leaders listen, and doors open to promotions and career growth. What about networking and other business opportunities? On Zoom or in person, your clarity affects how people connect with you and whether they want to work with you. Communication also improves your personal relationships. Clear, calm speech helps you set boundaries, reduce conflict, and express yourself more authentically. And especially important in this digital era, Zoom meetings, presentations, your voice is processed and compressed online. If you're already unclear, digital platforms make it worse. This is why many people sound softer, blurrer, and less confident online than in person. Your voice is your presence. And I want to take a moment to share something personal. When I was younger, I wasn't confident. I didn't speak clearly. I didn't understand the power of my voice. I was afraid of sounding wrong, afraid of being judged, afraid of being understood. I didn't magically wake up as a voice coach. I built myself. Slowly, quietly, through discipline, practice, and self-investment. And that investment changed my life. It changed how people saw me. It changed how I saw myself. It helped me build a business, train students internationally, and now host this podcast. And if I hadn't invested in myself, I would not be here today speaking to you. And now, let's talk about ROI, the returns on investment. When you pay for a program, you show up differently. You practice more. You take notes. You apply the techniques. You track your progress, and you take yourself seriously. Investment increases commitment. Commitment increases progress. And progress brings results. And there is a psychological ownership. You value what you commit to. And we talk about ROI. Well, professional ROI, better interviews, promotions, leadership presence. Financial ROI, more opportunities, higher income potential. Life ROI, better communication with friends, family, and your children if you have any. Emotional ROI, confidence, calm, clarity, and a sense of personal power. What about the hidden ROI? Identity shift. The moment your voice changes, your identity shifts. Instead of, I hope they understand me, it becomes, they will hear me. That shift influences your entire life. And don't forget, skills appreciate, not depreciate. Bags wear out, vacations end, gadgets become outdated. But your voice, your clarity, your confidence, these grow with you for decades. Let's also honor the reality that sometimes you genuinely cannot invest right now. Well, that's okay. Here's what you can still do. Listen to free content intentionally. Record your voice and review it. Practice articulation drills. Work on one skill a month. Volunteer for small speaking roles. Join free practice groups and build a growth fund slowly. You don't have to stay stuck. Growth doesn't always require money, but it does require intention. As we begin 2026, I want to gently ask you, is your no a forever no? Or is it a not now, but soon? You don't need to rush. You don't need to pressure yourself. But don't abandon the idea of investing in your voice, because your voice is your future. I wasn't confident when I was younger, but clarity changed my life. Confidence changed my life, and communication changed my life. And it can change yours too. So as you step into the first month of 2026, ask yourself, if my voice improved by 30% this year, what new opportunities would become possible? And if at any point this year you feel ready, whether for a masterclass, a workshop, or a private coaching, you're always welcome to visit thevoiceroom.com. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. And if you're not already following us on Instagram, head over to Instagram at The Voice Room and LinkedIn at Carina Tian for more tips and tricks. Until then, thank you for spending this hour with me. Thank you for investing in yourself and simply by listening with intention. This is Carina Tian, your communication coach from the Voice Room podcast. Take care, speak with intention, and I'll see you in the next episode.